Feel the magic under Keely's light. Hook in hand, we're gonna start today. Hook in love will show the way.
Hello, I'm Keely from Hooking Love, and this week's tutorial is for a granny square, but we're specifically looking at changing colours. So if you're new to making a granny square and you have been struggling with changing colours, then this is perfect for you. Now, if you don't know, I make tutorials like this every week. So if you want some calming, beginner-friendly crochet tutorials, you're in the right place. So hit subscribe if you'd like to join. Now, in order to make this granny square, I'm going to be using an Aran weight yarn and a 5.5mm hook, but any weight of yarn with the appropriate hook size will work. So starting off by making a slip knot. And what we're going to do is we're going to chain 3. We're going to use this chain 3 to start off our granny square. So after we've chained 3, I'm going to make 3 UK trebles, which is the same as 3 US doubles, and I'm going to call them doubles from now on. So 3 US doubles into the last chain from the hook. So that's first, second, the third. So first chain you made, last chain from the hook. So we're placing 3 doubles into there. So that's number 1, number 2, and number 3. Now, so those 3 stitches are then classed as our granny stitch. So 3 double crochets together in a certain way is a granny stitch. And we're chaining 1, which will donate our corner, and then we're going to do another 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3, and we're going to follow that with a chain 1, which is donating our next corner. And as this is a granny square and we're using squares, we've got 1, 2 sides of a square, we've got 2 more to go. So I've just chained 1, 3 more double crochets, so another 3, a chain 1 for the corner, and then our last set of 3. So 1, 2, 3, and then a chain 1 for our last corner. So what we're now going to do is we're going to come over and we're going to join this up in the top of the first double crochet that we made. So we're going to slip stitch that, and that gives us our first one. Now, can you see? I've just tried to pull that, and that's not pulling tight. No matter which way I could pull it. Now, this can happen. Sometimes it will, and sometimes it won't. I think it's just where the knot holds itself. So when I finish, I will need to make sure that I go around the centre and pull that tight. So I'm going to cut that, and we'll come back with a different colour. Now, I've cut that off, and all I'm going to do is I am going to pull that tail through. And I don't always do this, but the reason I'm doing this here is because what will happen as you are working into this chain here, this will start to come loose. It just helps it to stop doing that. Now, in my other tutorial, I use the same colour and turn between each section. So what I would, so I'm not going to explain it because you can go on to that one. I'll tag it in, but you can go on to that one. For this particular one, we're going to be changing colour each time. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into one of the chain 1 spaces. Now you can either add a slip knot on, or you can grab that yarn and pull it through, and then you're sort of practically chaining in order to hold that on. So let me show you that again. So you can either do it this way, so pull through, and then it looks like a chain, and then you tighten it up and we start from there. Or, I'm not in the centre, am I? Sorry. Or we can pop a slip knot on, and do effectively the same thing. So again, go through, and this time as we go to join, let me just move that out of the way. As we go to join it, we're going to pull that through more like a slip stitch. Okay, whichever one suits you best. It really doesn't make any difference. This probably feels more secure if it's sort of like your first time of doing it. So maybe you'll choose to do that. Now, at this point, I am going to chain 3. And this is one of the times when a chain 3 is going to count as the stitch. If you are more advanced and wish to do a standing double crochet, this is the point to do it. But if we are still in the process of just learning what we're doing, a chain 3 is sufficient, so that you can focus on building your granny square as opposed to trying to find new stitches. So then this is going to be a corner, and in this corner I need to complete one set of granny stitches. So I've got a chain 3, which is one of my double crochets, so I'm going to make 2 double crochets. So that gives me my set of 3. Okay, then I'm chaining 1 because this will become a new corner, and then I'm putting 3 double crochets all back into that same space. Okay, so I'm going to go into the next chain 1 space, and if you can't find it, oh sorry, train, let it go. So I'm going to go into the next chain 1 space. If you can't find it, so I can see that this space here is my chain 1 space, but depending on how you crochet, you might not be able to see that. So what we're going to do is you're going to look at the stitches. So you've got 1, 2, 3, and you know that after your 3rd stitch you made a chain, so therefore that has to be your chain space. So into this we're going to go and make another corner. So we are making 3 double crochets. So 1, 2, 3, chain 1 for the corner, and another set of 3. 1, 2, 3. So hopefully you can see that this is now starting to look like a corner section. Okay. We're moving on again now. So 1, 2, 3, chain 1 space, so 3 double crochets, and you can see how it's starting to pull across. And this is a question that was asked in class last night. It will do, because you're needing to add more stitches to this corner in order to even the whole square out. But in the meantime, the material is going to want to pull these stitches over because there's not enough here to create the right number of stitches. So there is now, so 3, chain 1, 3 more, I'm moving over to the next and the final corner. So I'm going straight in and making in the space there 1, 2 and 3, chain 1 and a further 3, 1, 2 and 3, and then I'm going to slip stitch straight into the top of this chain 3. So ways to work out where your chain 3 is: you can go to your last set double crochet, that's 1, that's 2, so this must be the chain 3. If that's the top of my double crochet, then that must be my chain 3. Alternatively, you can go from here. So this is where the slip knot was. So 1, 2, and then 3 here. You see that? 1, 2, 3. I'm going to go into there. I'm going to pull that through, and I'll just show you this square now. So we have, now this is buckling slightly, but that's because it's got quite a big hole in the middle. We've got 4 corners. Each corner has a chain in the corner, and then there are no chains between the 2 sets of corners. So you will hear or see if you can follow a pattern, and it might say make a granny corner, and what it means by make a granny corner is this stitch here. So 3 double crochets, your chain and your 3 double crochets. I only use 1 chain, but patterns will use maybe 2 or 3. Some patterns will chain in this section here. I don't, because I think it's a really neat finish. You've got a much more modern, tidy looking granny square doing it this way, in my opinion. So I'm now going to finish that one off, and we're going to change colour again. I'm just going to pull that through to the back. So I'll do one more round, show you how to join. Then I go back to the darker plum colour. And we'll start to integrate some sides now. So you have corner stitches, which will be the same corner stitches as the one we've just done. And this time what I'll do is I will join without using the slip knot, so you can see what that looks like. So I'm going back into a corner again. Sorry, I'm going back into the corner, drawing that loop through and pulling through, tightening everything and chaining my 3. So chain 3 counts as a double crochet, and then I'm making 2 double crochets to complete that section of the corner, chain 1 and then 3 double crochets. Okay, so that's 1 corner. Now as we go along, this is my second corner, so I've got just 1 corner I'm working in, and then this second corner here, but then I have this middle space, or this side space. So in that space I'm going to make a granny stitch. So a granny stitch is 3 double crochets into that 1 space. So that's 3 double crochets into that space, and then I'm making a corner again, no chains between any of these, straight into the corner. So hopefully you are clear that a corner is 3 double crochets followed by a chain 1 and another 3 double crochets. One more to do, and then I'm moving on to my next side section. So that's there, quite easy to see, probably easier to see than your chain 1 spaces are sometimes. So side section, back to the corner, so straight into it. So 3 stitches, chain 1, 3 stitches, okay, another side section, so straight into it, going for a granny stitch, so just 3 double crochets, and then we'll move to our corner, so another 3, let's just get a bit more yarn. It's surprising how quickly you use yarn for this project. A chain 1 and another 3 to finish off that corner. And then our final set of stitches I'm going to go into here, and this is going to be 3 double crochets. And then we're going to slip stitch into the top of that chain 3 again. So 1, 2, so that's there. Slip stitch into there. And again, I'm just going to cut that off and pull that through. Now, so we have now 3 rounds of that. Now, I am just going to tighten that centre, just so you can see the difference that it makes. I do have a video on how to sew in ends, So feel free to have a look at that. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to go around this, effectively a circle, and the chain's stretched out and isn't allowing itself to pull in tight. So by doing this, I'm working underneath or sort of between the two loops of the circle, and I'm coming right back to where I started, and then I can pull that tight. So can you see that I can pull that back in? I'm just going to go around just a few more stitches, make sure that's well placed, and then for our purposes I'm just going to pull that back through just so it stays secure. Now as we look at it from the front, I'll lift that up a little bit higher. As we look at that from the front now, you can see now that that lies a lot better. And what we have is, we have a corner, I'll just use this instead, a corner here and a corner here. Our top section, side section and bottom section, and then every row round. So if we went back round now in the lighter colour, we would still have our corners, but then we would have a section here where we'd have 2 side panels, and on the next row round there'd be 3, and then there'd be 4, and that's how it all increases. So I hope that you found that useful. Any questions, please feel free to let me know, but I would love to see your work. Thanks so much for watching, and I really hope you enjoyed that stitch. You can find more tutorials and some kits and patterns over at Hooking Love. There are links in the description, and don't forget to subscribe if you'd like more calm confidence and crochet every week.